Salt has been one of these things in our diet that's been quite unpopular and got the blame for a lot of things. You hear a lot of talk about low salt diets and how important it is for heart health. It was interesting then to see a new study come out that actually perhaps debunks all of this. Now, one study doesn't entirely disprove a whole lot of others, but this one raised some really interesting questions. It actually showed that people who had the lowest salt intake actually had the highest rate of heart disease. This is the complete opposite of what we've been told for the last 30 or 40 years. Now, the researchers, to be fair, urged some caution and said that we don't need to get too carried away. But there are a couple of very interesting things in this study. One point, that diet is complex and different things cause influences in different ways. It was noticed that low salt actually influenced insulin resistance. So in people on a very low salt diet, they may be prone to diabetes. Right, what does this actually mean? Salt is fairly old in terms of human civilization. It's probably no coincidence that together with pepper, salt is ubiquitous. One of the theories that I've read recently as to why salt has been given a lot of the blame is that it might actually be a proxy. There's a lot of processed salt in manufactured foods, so it may be some other components in manufactured and processed foods that's the problem, and salt is going along for the ride. It's not a good idea to eat lots of salt. It's not a good idea to eat lots of just about anything. But a little bit of salt in our diet is probably not a problem. Use good quality salt. Not all salt is the same. Get some rock salt or sea salt. And use some other spices too. Another piece of good news for people out there wanting to lose weight, a little bit of chili or cayenne pepper may actually help you to eat less because you feel full and don't feel like eating quite as much. So, with our diet, we need some balance. We should use some spices and a little bit of salt, preferably sea salt or crystal salt. When you get really fancy, get the Himalayan pink salt, but you don't have to. A dash of salt, probably not so bad. For more tips and ideas on how to be healthy, visit my website and enter the code shown on screen for a $10 discount on my book, DIY Health.